there. YDBT Daily coming at you every Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Basically talking shit light on Thursday. Today we're going to talk about another Ford recall. A bunch of brake issues are happening with Ford vehicles where fluid leaks into somewhere and then you lose your brakes. And it's not happening on shitty vehicles. Like you used to be able to count on the fact that if you buy a discounted vehicle, you know, like a Fiesta, Focus, Contour, Tauruses of the day, Fusions, then you're like, all right, you know, it's a $25,000 sedan. It's not that big of a deal. But no, it's happening on their top of the line cars, their best sellers, the Expeditions, the F-150s. And, you know, I'm kind of like over it because one, I didn't own those vehicles. But two, I'm blown away that people still support this company. If you are in this world, again, if you are in this space where and again, you don't have to listen to me. You could watch my show just for entertainment, or you can actually say, Alex sees a lot of trends in the industry. Maybe he has some insight as to what's happening. Alex has connections to people that, you know some stuff. So maybe he has some insight. And I'm blown away that every single time I say something and the reasoning why I would like 10R80s, I was down on from the get. Because I'm like 10 gears. Why not 12? Why not 14? Why not 18? Like what's the reasoning when when it comes to performance, when turbo 400s are still top, turbo 400s and power glides. Hell, the Lunds have a 2-speed 6R80. That should tell you everything you need to know about what you need in order to go like really fast. But a lot of people the low power guys, they love the NA 10-speed bullshit, and they swear to God, like I see Cadillac guys swapping 10Rs into their V3s, and I'm like, so you want problems? So you want a shitload of problems. So we'll read that article. We'll also show you a video of a guy who has adaptive cruise control issues on his F-150, and the thing almost comes to a halt on the highway, which I thought was kind of funny. We'll talk about that and many more things, but not before Mr. Bill O'Reilly tells us to do it live.
Okay. We'll do it live.
Okay.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
You know it does suck. What does not suck are the sponsors of the show. PMAS, Nick James, and PMAS, the best cold air intake on the planet. Nobody else matters. Fuck you. If you buy another cold air intake, anyone that's in the system dealing with me, if you didn't buy a PMAS, suck a dick. That's right. DNFforms.com. Get your PMAS cold air intakes from him. Get your new parts. 4 Innovations fuel systems, injector dynamics injectors, any new part that you're going to get. You're going to go to DNFforms.com, hit him up, YDBT at checkout, mention the Amory, get a bit of a discount, or a cup. Partsfarm.com, same thing. Wow. Hashtag YDBT at checkout. I mean, we got hashtag YDBT everywhere, giving you guys the discounts at Partsfarm.com for used parts, crank pallets, wheels, tires, panels, you name it. Partsfarm.com. 2 Auto Solution. I guess there's no power in Puerto Rico. Huh? What happened, Puerto Rico? I thought y'all wanted to be independent. Y'all can't even get power to the island. Hopefully, Rami Zanan's got a generator going at 2 Auto Solution and Belak Industries. That's right, Belak Industries, the best wheel if you want to let people know you sell drugs. Let's be honest. The drag racing game is full of degenerates and weirdos, and a lot of them, you're like, how come you got a lot of money? How do you have a lot of money? You're a dumbass. Degeneracy everywhere. Also, richprince.com, richprince.com/YDBT. You're going to go get your shirts there. You're going to support the kid. You're going to get your 1320 Didios shirts there. That's right. Hats, shirts, Section 8 shirts, Amory hats, Dolo hats, YDBT hats, sweaters, hoodies, long sleeve, short sleeve, vertical font, YDBT, bunch of colors. Green is badass. Red, white, and blue hoodie, red, white, and blue short and long sleeve shirts. Dolo, high visibility. Oh, you got stickers? 1320 Didio stickers. I love it. Fucking great. 1320 Didio and F1320. Guys, get your 1320 Didio sticker. Let people know you're in the Amory and let them think that you support a bunch of gay guys videoing other guys crashing to make money. Monty 540, Douche Don, Joe Swish, Robostyle, Paul Ponthieu, T-Rock Fox, Chad Mormon, Big Pops to Paul Ponthieu, Corey Grayley, Corenthal James Grayley. He's probably now seeing... Okay, so I'd love to put myself in the shoes of Corey. where he was a customer, his car was running out, rolling out. He has a car that basically looked just like my old red car. And it was like an 820 car, an 830 car. And he's like, sees logs and now he sees the other side of it and goes, oh, everyone is retarded. CPR, Andrew, Hunks, Hello, TJ Sikorsky, Coyote, Kelly, All Day, Everyday, Blue Thunder, Dixon, Clint Stroke, CJM, Nardi Mercado, he's a menace. Carlos Bajena, Stuart D, El Verga, Larga, Utah, County, Picasso's Page, Corey L, and Nathan E, Joshua Judd, Toxic, Mustang, Dennis, Desmond. My God, this thing just skips all the way to the bottom. Yusuf, Scott, Big Pops, Anthony, fucking Shinebox. Where'd you get your fucking shine box? Ben, John, Bailey, Space, Dandy, ST mile an hour, LXE Gomez. If it's a 10 or 80, you're a non-driving motherfucker. Magyar Low, Joe Swish, Magyar Low, Reverend Racing, John Bonanno, Matt A, Bula. YouTube crew up in a free speech, like OG, like beginning of the show OG. Patron de la Cerveza, Josh Roy, DJ 50 Milo, Bill Boosted, William, LXE Gomez, Ninja Man, Cornfed, 10 or 80, Tim O, Glass Roof Coyote, Rodney, Crazy Champion, Frankosaurus Rex. And this is even with an exoskeleton, the UAW cannot assemble shit. One of the craziest things about the tariffs, I actually started thinking about it the other day. If you bring manufacturing back, I don't think that's going to prop up the middle class like they think it is. It might in the short term, but let's be honest. These companies need to make a profit so they can buy their, so the CEOs and the chairman of, the people that are up top need to make a certain amount of money. They're probably just going to automate. You know what I mean? Because look at Tesla. Tesla has a bunch of, workers that get paid a good salary. You can probably look at someone who worked at Tesla in the production line and they're a millionaire. No, they're not a millionaire from their salary. They're a millionaire from their stock options. I guarantee there's somebody in the assembly line right now and he puts together panels, he puts together wheels, tires, like he's a hard worker and he was in from the beginning. Bought a bunch of stock skyrocketed, and he's like, bro, why leave this job? This job made me a millionaire or a high 100,000-aire. And I think companies are going to have to kind of take that thought process. If you want to bring manufacturing back to the U.S., you have to give the employee a lot of options. I remember when I was in my 20s, there was many factory jobs, a ton of factory jobs in Massachusetts. And by my 30s, they were all gone to Mexico or overseas. Hey, yo, says Parker Performance. Catching a few minutes between my son's practice and dinner. Much love, Alex and Emery, and all the usual suspects out there. Let's talk about really quick the recall, and then we're going to get to just ridiculousness because let's be honest, the show is really a bunch of shit talking in the middle of news. Ford recalls more than 148,000 vehicles, and HTSA says April 17, 2025 by Reuters. Says... Ford Motor Company is recalling 148,000 vehicles in the United States as part of two recalls. The NHTSA said on Thursday. The automaker will recall 123,611 vehicles due to a fluid leak that could reduce braking performance and increase stopping distance. This affects 17 to 18 Ford F-150, Expedition, and Lincoln Navigator. Dealers are expected to replace the affected parts like the master cylinder or the brake booster free of charge, the U.S. Auto Safety Regulator said. Separately, Ford is recalling back 24,655 of its 2025 Explorer vehicles as a PCM may reset while driving. The powertrain control module will reset. Going down the road, boop, fuck, gone. Which can damage the vehicle's park system or cause an engine stall, according to the regulator. Dealers are expected to fix a software issue free of charge. The owners are receiving notification by letters by May 26. So we got the PCM resets, brake master cylinders and boosters are leaking, causing brake performance to be hindered. And then this story popped up on X where a guy had the adaptive cruise control almost make the truck come to a stop. It's a 2-minute clip. Let's get right to it, and we'll see what happened with this gentleman. This guy's a Houston guy. Put the volume up a little bit.
I've been happier to buy his brand new Ford F-150 Lariat last December. That is, until he started driving it.
When did you first realize that your brand new truck has a problem?
A few days of purchasing it, suddenly this whole thing turns red. The whole display right here flashes red, and it hits the brakes. and it's not soft. It's enough to pull you out of your seat.
When using the adaptive cruise control, the truck seemingly has a mind of its own. Ryan taking us along for a ride on 290 through Jersey Village.
And I'm actually going to turn this on now since no one's behind us.
In a matter of just 30 seconds, the truck starts acting up.
He goes by and he says he's still talking with his contact and getting information.
So it just did it.
Yeah, but it didn't freak out totally.
But wait, it did something similar a few seconds later before this.
There you go.
And we're in the middle of the freeway here, and it just wants to come to a stop almost.
Yeah.
In a matter of just a few miles, his truck slamming on the brakes 7 times before we simply had enough.
But we were driving.
Dude.
Yep, there you go.
Dude, that is severe. Look at how fast the thing decelerates while you're cruising on the highway and nobody is in front of them.
But we were driving.
Whoa.
Yep, there you go. Asked to speak to the team or whoever.
You get the point. There's no rhyme or reason for when or why the truck slams on the brakes. But one thing's clear. It wouldn't take much for this truck to cause an accident.
So people behind you probably think that you're the worst driver in Houston.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah. So one of the more amazing things, and you know, I love the guys at Lund Racing. I love them very much. I think they're great people. Why are you buying new Ford vehicles? Like, I was blown away that Junior bought a brand new F-250 Roush truck. I know it's a little, you know, congratulations prize to him, and he liked the truck. It's a Ford. It's a fucking Ford. It's a shit product. So right now the 10R 140 is doing fine, but then I can't wait until the day that he comes in and goes, "Yep, it flared on the 4-5 shift." Right when the E drum started to do its thing. Boo, 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 whoop. What was that? Oh, now you got to take it into the dealer. And the moment you start doing that, you're going to look at your probably $100,000+ truck. You're going to go, what the fuck did I just do? Now, that's not to say that Dodge is better. That's not to say that Chevy is better. I don't think anything new is good anymore. I mean, what can you buy that is new and American, that is heavy duty, that is robust and has excellent, you know, reviews by everybody? I don't buy anything newer. If I was going to buy an F3, 2, or 450, it would be pre-10R80 days. 10R, because it's not a 10R80 for diesels. Let's be honest. If I'm going to get a diesel, because I've thought about what this channel is going to be long term. You saw that if you're a Patreon fan, that I got yet another motor. That's right. I got a Gen 2 complete motor, long block, everything from Jake, because he had one. And I was like, let me get it because I want to build a motor put together a motor for the Fairmont. And I want to see if I can fix the Gen 2 bottom end. Supposedly one of the pistons has a bad ringland. So I'm like, take that piston out and just replace it with a stock piston and put it right back in. Same bearing, same everything. Why fuck around? And see if I can get a test stand, get it running, you know, like do the vetting on a test stand instead of putting it on a car and doing all that shit. So this channel eventually is going to steer towards like home projects instead of just talking about Ford. So I thought to myself, because I'm not a big diesel fan and I talk a lot of shit about diesel tuners, especially with DPF stuff, why not mess with diesels that are pre-DPF stuff? Like every single time I look at a cat-eyed 06 Duramax diesel with an Allison transmission, I'm like, I want that. But it's still $25,000, $30,000 for something at about 100,000 miles. But I can make 800 rear wheel horsepower. The trans probably get it rebuilt. There's probably an insane amount of aftermarket support to this day. Banks talks about that motor like it's the God motor, the God transmission, like it's like that's the one to get. And I'm like, I wonder if I would do like, let's build a 10-second Duramax, you know, extended cab truck pre-DPF days and, you know, learn about that, because this channel is going to eventually become a learning DIY channel, because the new Ford stuff just does not do it anymore. And I'm blown away that anybody would support it. Again, not talking bad about Junior specifically, but anyone that buys anyone that deals with the new stuff has to be looking at Ford with like a bit of a side eye. You're like, you're not really pumping out a good product, Ford. What are you going to do to turn the ship around? And people are going to start looking at other products like I am. So I think eventually this channel will merge to be more like a DIY swap channel because I love the Coyote motor and there's tons of them everywhere. So I'm sure I can come across Gen 3s, Gen 2s, Gen 1s, Illuminators. You saw, I'm going to pick them all up, stash them in the garage, and just get project after project. The Genesis swap project's going to happen eventually. The Fairmont. And since I'm not into drag racing specifically, I don't have to build them for the track. I want to build fast street cars. Street being the main focal point of these vehicles. Gone are the days when I'm thinking about, let me actually build a car to like go racing somewhere. I'll go to a test and tune. I'll go to a rental. But I would never build a car to try to compete with, let's be honest, degenerates, broke people, gamblers, and alike. We'll talk about it. What do you think about the recall? Are you surprised? Have you experienced those issues? Are you in the same boat I am? Has this channel opened your eyes as to what the fuck is going on with Ford and what new U.S. manufacturer is making a halfway decent product? Not many, to be honest with you. Why keep using adaptive cruise? You don't get it, Destroyer. You don't get it. So a lot of people commute. So you think a car that has adaptive cruise that is malfunctioning should simply not use adaptive cruise? Is that what you're saying? Weird. A Roush F-150, he shit his pants or something? 250. Roush F-250. I don't buy 28 to present. Absolutely. My brother's S650 had an issue after we washed it. Covered it, then a couple of days later, I unlocked it with the key. Parking sensor fault, backup cam, rev match, hill assist, all stopped working. How's the transmission on Cadillac Escalade? You make fun, but that thing just keeps going. It shudders. It's weird. Nothing's going to cause an accident. Nothing that the transmission is doing on a 2025 carry the 8-year-old vehicle is causing an issue. Almost nothing is good nowadays for real. 15 to 17 King Daddy Bondo versus my GMC has a runway cruise control. It'll maintain speed up until it sees a load, then it races off. It'll keep accelerating until I turn it off. Cruise control, I've let it go to 115 mile an hour with the trailer. But did you set it there? A Nissan Titan's probably the most reliable American truck on the market right now, but the correct answer is a 15 to 17 F-150. Imagine you can find, and you guys want to do something really fun, try to find a RCSB Gen 2. You cannot find an RCSB Gen 2. And if you do find it, it's expensive, it's rare, or it's in Arizona, Nevada, weird areres where 18 and up, they're all over the place. Hell, 21 and up, it's like the main seller. I wish Ford would actually, kind of like segment the type of F-150s that have been sold. And maybe the RCSB is not the main seller, but let's say a crew cab was. I guarantee the RCSB is a very close second because it's become the Mexican GTR. Now, when you see a Mexican GTR in Florida, it's pretty rare. Jake has a 2020. And it's been a great little truck, and he's, having fun. Again, he's had that rear-mounted turbo kit for 2 or 3 years, making 1,000 wheel. Now, he doesn't drive it around with 1,000 wheel, but it has the ability to. He has had many issues with it. He did rebuild the transmission because, 10R80 things, but since then, he's put clutches in it, and it's been a pretty reliable truck. But even then, he goes, it still does wonky shit. But if you can find a 15 to 17 RCSB F-150, that would be something to consider building if you're going to build something. Because what do these people do anyway? What do the really fast F-150s run? A Turbo 400. The extremely fast RCSB F-150s run a Turbo 400. You can't have all three reliable American. And if it's new reliable American, it's older. And new reliable is non-American. So what is the most reliable heavy-duty truck? Full stop. Like, there is no Japanese 3/4 ton truck. Is there? That's sold in the U.S. I don't know. Think the old Duramax still has the EGR stuff, and the Duramax stuff just known for breaking the crank. Best diesels ever made, says 06 to 07 5.9 Cummins. Some modern semis have had similar issues with the sensor up front. It did it every time I was about to go under a bridge, and it's almost like it was detecting a Shadow. My dad bought an '07 Titan with 21,000 miles on it back when they were new. I bought it from him with 150,000 miles and drove it to 200,000. Just oil changes, plugs. Gen 1 Titans are amazing trucks. My friend has been looking for a Gen 2 for months. Love Coyotes, but LS1 Nitrous motors will all be desirable streets. Don't give a fuck. It was set to 75 miles an hour, says Bonnabird. It doesn't stop accelerating up a hill. Like, well, I have that. I have that adaptive cruise control in the Cadillac. It does great. One thing it does do is depending on how far you set it in front of you, you have 3 settings, like for distance. It interrupts kind of harsh. It doesn't like, slow you down. It slows you down under, like way too low. Then when you like switch lanes, it accelerates pretty aggressively up until the proper setting. Just had this discussion earlier with a buddy about how Ford new shit is hot garbage. Super excited for my cars. I have a 17 F-150 and my work vehicle is a 2025 Explorer. Yay. 2024 Expedition, heated seats and power seats stop working and dash lights dimming at 155 miles. My favorite is the screenshot from Shelby Group that had a seat with an upside down Shelby logo. I did not see that. That's funny. A Shelby F-150 truck is probably the most hilarious vehicle you can see on the road. You and I both know there is nothing in that truck to differentiate it from a regular F-150 except bodywork and suspension. There is nothing special about the programming. There is nothing special about the engine. There is nothing special about anything. It's literally a body kit and suspension. But I swear to God, people that buy it think they got something special. And they'll flex like they have something special. Well, you don't got an F-150 that's Shelby. I'm like, no, because I'm not retarded. I didn't want to. You think it's a flex to pay $50,000 plus for a body kit and a Shelby logo? Like, do you think that VIN number comes back as Shelby F-150? That'll be interesting. Let me look up my my title's in the car. My title's in the car. I wonder what it says. Excuse me. Know what's going on. I didn't scream today. I barely even talked today. I wonder what my title says. My Florida title says for my GT500. It probably says Ford Mustang Coupe. And a Shelby guy would lose his fucking mind. He's like, wait, no, it's a Shelby Coupe. I'm like, no, it's a Mustang. The body's a Mustang. It's a very obvious Mustang. It's an F-150. It's an F-150. Look at it. It's an F-150. Some idiot put Shelby stickers, logos, and a body kit and a drop. And you guys paid $50,000 more for it and think you got something. Unbelievable. Look, good for you. You're just really stupid with money. And that's all. After 06 Silverado was stolen, I bought a 17 F-150 and I listened to your podcast prior to buying it and I was sold on the 6R8. He says, fucking shine box. Nissan Titans come with a Cummins. I missed my 7.3 liter Power Stroke. I don't know how to drive an auto. Manual transmission only. Don't use cruise control and actually don't need the BS of the new shit. No problem for me. Then okay, whatever. You've never gone on a long trip then. Yes, Alex, a Titan XD pushrod V8 8-speed 3/4 ton chassis solid trucks. What? Are you telling me Big Daddy Patty Nissan has a XD pushrod V8? Whoa. Nissan XD. Okay. I've seen them on the road. Wait a minute. Wait. Nissan Titan XD. Wait. Let me see. Nissan Titan, the XD pushrod V8 and 3/4 ton chassis. Okay, so Nissan Titan 3/4 ton. A 3/4 ton Nissan. I would be really, really hesitant to buy that. Let's be honest. Son of a bitch, look at this. What the fuck? Okay, let's have a conversation here. The Nissan Titan XD. Dual overhead cam. I was going to say, you said push rod. I go, nah, you psycho. He said push rod and it's a dual overhead cam. So there goes that. But Nissan has been making dual overhead cam engines longer than Ford, right? So, okay, let's, what's the towing capacity? 11,000 pounds. Plenty. And do they have a optional diesel? All-wheel drive, drivetrain, all-wheel drive, and front-wheel drive, but are they 3/4 ton, full-size, heavy-duty vehicle type? The 9-speed to the, wait a minute, front-wheel drive? Okay, this must be a typo, guys. Really? The 11,000 towing capacity is front wheel drive? That does not make any sense. Make it make sense. I got to see the motor. Okay, maybe you guys can like put a link up because ain't no way this thing is front wheel drive. Front wheel drive. No way. No way. Let me see if YouTube has some kind of review on it. Like Nissan Titan XD. Is it XD? Look, I was watching people get knocked out. Diesel. I don't trust the diesel, especially with DPF stuff. Stud or dud, Nissan Titan XE diesel bashed online, but what's the real story? Let's just do a review. Really? This is the thing. No. Nissan Titan the XD Redline review. Okay, you guys need to tell me, is this thing an actual front wheel drive? The one with a higher towing capacity. It says FWD, and I'm like, that has to be a typo. It's a diesel 5.0. Okay. Titan XE was a heavy half. The V8 Cummins was trash though, as well as the transmission. The common issue with the braking cranks and the transmission are replacement only, no parts available. The Shelby built vehicles come up as regular F-150s and Mustangs when you run the VIN. There's a video of the racing channel of 800 horsepower Duramax putting buses on Gen 5 Viper. Love Vipers, but damn. Okay, relax. The Titan XE are ugly as fuck and definitely have issues. My neighbor has all kinds of random electrical issues that the dealer can't figure out. He's got the 5.6. Work for a Nissan dealer. The new ones move. The Titan XD is a great truck in gas form. The Cummins are pure crap. It's a 6-speed ASIN, AISIN trans. The trans is good. Heavy half ton. Nissan build quality makes Ford look hand built. That's okay. That's my concern. Nissan has never been known as a good quality vehicle generally. So I would rather get a Toyota half ton, but pre V6 twin turbo. Every single time I see like a root beer color Tundra with the V8, I go, that's a bad bitch. Now, the problem is that those are rare. They're still very expensive. Right before I bought the Escalade, I was looking and I was like, do I want to buy a Toyota V8 truck? And then you guys were like, the new one's a 3.5 twin turbo. And then the motors started eating themselves. So honestly, if I was going to get a truck that I didn't really care about and I just needed to tow shit with it, half ton. But the channel is getting to the point where I need a heavy duty tow vehicle. Right now, I want to take cars to the track. Cars. I don't want to waste a trip on just one car. You know what I mean? Like if I go to a rental, I want it to be worth my while. So I want to be able to like tow multiple vehicles, gooseneck, big long trailer, rent it, whatever, or buy it. But then you go, okay, why? Like it's just me and I can only, video myself with one vehicle. But sometimes I just want to get a lot of shit done in a day. And I think I want to have the versatility of a heavy duty truck. But the problem is I would never buy anything new Ford. Literally never want to buy anything Ford because of what we talk about, what we see every day, where the company is going. I don't believe in Ford. I just don't believe in Ford at all. It changed. Guys, 4 years ago, you wouldn't have caught me dead talking shit out like this. I would have said, I don't like the 10 speeds. They're gay, blah, blah, blah. But the way I'm talking about Ford now is I wouldn't even consider giving Ford a dime of my fucking money, like at all. See, I live the shit I talk about. I'm like, I don't want to give you a dime until your company needs a complete turnover in leadership, build quality. I'd rather buy older stuff. And like the older stuff to me still kind of like attracts me. I wouldn't mind buying an older dually, an older Duramax, pre-DPF dually diesel, but I'm not there yet. Love those hard body Nissans from the 90s. It's an HT half ton. It came with a 5.6 overhead cam or a 5.0 diesel and no 4-wheel drive. In the Nissan V8, what they put 2000 through stock block? I think so. My grandpa had an 18. It was an optional 4x4 and rear-wheel drive, of course. My grandpa also has 190,000 mile on his current 19 and the 5.6 is stout. Also, true story, they're quick stock. The new Toyota Tundras are garbage. Would never own a 3UR FE all the way. The V8 Tundra is one of the best trucks ever made, hands down. But you said new. So I pointed out the XD. I'm telling you, I can tell who's savvy with their money, especially in this area, when I see a V8 Tundra in like mint condition. It's weird. There's a lot of older people that live in gardens that have money and they take care of their shit. And you can see a lot of those people don't drive new shit. They drive like a Gen 1 Mustang performance package, but it is mint, like garage kept, really pretty. They drive a Tundra. They drive a Tacoma. Savvy people that want something that's going to last them for a long time. Hell, Lexuses. If I wanted a commuter car that got me from point A to point B forever, it'd be like a nice Lexus, but an older one, maybe 5 to 10 years old tops. I would absolutely do that because I know they're going to last 300,000 miles. Japanese are the cams sideways. Shout out to Poppy. People love to hate Nissan for no reason. Their build quality is as good as everyone else's. Tundras have been garbage since 2022. Can easily put $300,000 on a previous gen V8. Close friends with a couple of them. Just maintain it well. The motor's good. In Titan, that's it. The diff went at 100,000 miles and then the trans. If you're going to take care of cars, get a 6 to 10 Duramax. If you're going to take cars, get a 06 to 10 Duramax. What do you think about Cletus giveaway? Do you think I watch his shit? Do you think I know what the hell you're even talking about? I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Giveaways are a cash money grab. Giveaways are a scheme. Anyone that does giveaways is looking to make a shitload of money up front. Every YouTuber that resorts to giveaways is just using you and shirts to fund something. So any giveaway that you ever see, you got to look at it as like, look, I get it. You have the opportunity to win a whatever. A Fox body. Shelby is doing it. Shelby is giving away GT350s left and right. And I'm like, should I give him 20 of my dollars? And then I think, no. This is just them making a quick $300,000 and give away a $45,000 vehicle. No, thank you. This is a giveaway. I don't pocket watch that much, but I can guarantee Cletus's channel, merch, everything probably clears a couple of million a year, maybe more, right? A giveaway should be a giveaway. You know who does giveaways? Surroundster. That's right. The electric bike kid. Go to Surroundster. Go a million sub channel. He goes, all right, I'm going to be giving away 2 Talarias. Just comment on my shit and I'll randomly give you a Talaria. That's a giveaway. And maybe Talaria's like, hey, Surroundster, we want to promote our product. Make a video with our product, review it, and give 2 of them away randomly. That's the people I want to fuck with. That I look at and I go, that's a giveaway. When you have to buy something to enter a giveaway, it stops being a giveaway and it becomes a raffle. So why not call it exactly what it is? A raffle. When somebody answers a correct Star Trek question here, I give them something. MFP of Australia gave me 7 or 8 crank supports. I gave them away. Like, what the fuck is this with these people that are like mooching and like, look, people say, well, what about Patreon? What about Patreon? You get access to me and a bunch of other people. It's like a Discord. That's not a giveaway. And did I not do giveaways on Patreon? Patreon members? Did I not randomly pick people and give you a set of 2-inch headers? I gave Bryson Witt a complete Shelby, inscribed or whatever, crank support for his GT500. I didn't ask for anything. He didn't have to, submit. So anytime, look, it pisses me off when people say giveaway and you got to buy something. That is a raffle. Stop saying giveaways. Coyote Austin says, Nelk does that. Just comment and he gives away $10,000 to someone random. That's a G. I don't make a lot of money in this channel. At the end of the day, I did my taxes recently. I still owe the government tens of thousands of dollars. I will repeat. After Patreon, my check from Lund, and the YouTube earnings, I owe the government tens of thousands of dollars. You know how much I spent on the channel last year? $75,000. So, and then I give you stuff. And people are like, well, Alex, you're just living in a tutu. You don't think I should just pocket that money and live a lavish lifestyle? Or should I put it back in the channel, buy vehicles, and try to teach you shit that I learned along the way? Look, pocket watch all you want, but you can't say that I'm literally fleecing you guys out of money. Sorry to go off on a rant, but man, it pisses me off when these YouTubers are literally milking you dry and you guys are like, oh yeah, here's some, I'm gonna give some money for a straw fucking hat and pit vipers. Fucking goofies. Every single one of you guys that do that shit. Leave it to an S to ask about Cletus, bro. Coming to this channel talk about Cletus, you fucking goofy. And then you see Cooper putting a coyote in his car. And I'm like, oh, no shit. And he bought one of those Speedway motors and Speedway, things. And I'm like, huh, son of a bitch. I wonder who did. Oh, you gotta love it. But he doesn't have a giveaway issue, but his boy does. Alex says giveaways of Star Trek trivia. There's a difference between giveaway and a sweepstakes. Thanks for the shirt. Hey, the other Evan Smith. So obviously giveaways are cash grabs. Yes, you did. Did not require us to buy anything. You just did it for the sake of giving back to the guys who support you. And I'm going to do that forever until I die. I would love to get to the point where this channel is rocking and rolling and I will give away a vehicle randomly. Here's a car. We tried to give the biggest retard we have on this channel, Turuviate Racing, Turuviate Performance, a car. A gentleman was like, I have a 2-valve convertible sitting in Louisiana. It's yours if you want it. And you know what that dumb son of a bitch said? Fuck that. I'm not going to Louisiana to get a free car. We tried to get Turuviate Racing a job in Lyons, Georgia, working for the parts farm while he was flipping burgers at Waffle House. Fuck that. I'm not moving to Georgia. All right, cool. I bought a shirt from the kid with Lucifer for a gray Shelby. He sent 16 emails, and I'm still receiving emails from 8 months ago. And that's what they do also. So there is data mining. Data mining operations are weird. So this is what happens, right? A company, you contract a company to run your sweepstakes. So what you do is this. You get lawyers involved. You make sure that the lawyers are like, hey, you gotta, by signing this, by you make it ironclad. You say, by entering this giveaway, you give up all these rights. And then when you look in the fine print, your email can be sold for data so that other people can email you shit. Have you ever joined a giveaway? Have you ever done a text, sweepstakes? Have you ever done anything like that? And then all of a sudden you get unsolicited phone calls, unsolicited mail to your mailbox, unsolicited emails to your inbox or spam folder. Every time you give these guys money and enter a giveaway, they sell your data. Fuck out of here. Cooper ain't stupid. He been on game. He hasn't been on game. He's had a 2J in that thing for years. Oh, you mean this? Maybe. If you pocketed the money, you could get a Richard Mille Lambo, though. You want to know one of the biggest issues in this game is selling an absolute shit product, saying it you're doing to help out the common guy. That guy now has to spend the exact same amount of money that he spent on the kit, on labor and fixing the kit, and you're saying you're helping out the fellow man, the common man. How the fuck are you helping him if you're selling him a product he has to fix? Have you seen that import drag solution 240? I believe the camp. No, I don't care. I called dibs on the Ford Galaxy. I would never give away the Fairmont. Look, honestly, Donnie would be the car that I'd give away if I was going to do a giveaway and this channel was rocking. But this channel's not rocking like that. This channel is not kicking ass. What does it mean kicking ass? $50,000 a month. Like $50,000 a month that I'm earning in my pocket cash. I would give fucking 5 cars away a year. No problem. Build it, race it, set a goal, give it away. Dude, it would be so badass. And I would do it all by myself from my shitty 1-1 and my 3-bay rented garages. And imagine that garage puts out better cars than some shops. Not that to say I'm badass, but that's actually the joke. That I suck so much and I can build better shit out of 3 rented garage and a 1-1 than you can in your big shop. You've literally been teach classes about the Credit platform and ask for nothing in return. I asked for, one day somebody will recognize it. One day somebody will recognize what I'm trying to do, but you guys get it. B. Turvey fell off. Haven't seen him in a minute. Is he still alive? No purchases required for an entry. Yeah, the no purchases required for an entry is hilarious. Meaning you have to go jump through hoops to actually enter a giveaway that says there is no purchase required. But the easiest way to enter is to buy a stupid fucking hat. Hey, Alex, says Frank DiMaggio. Sorry to change the topic. No, you're good to change the topic because I can hyper focus on one thing and derail the whole show. Sorry to change the topic, but I want to say thanks for dropping some knowledge. Worked my ass off these 2 weeks and worked 120 hours. Life is good. One of the bigger, I think, let's talk about that, right? By watching me, have you gone, fuck, if he could do it, I could do it. He's 47 years old. He's in awesome shape. He's so fucking hot. He pumps out content 4 to 5 times a week, has a full-time job, goes to the gym, works on cars. How does he have enough time to do it? And then I'm like, shut the fuck up and get to work. Like, have you ever looked at my channel and gone, say what you want about Alex. My work ethic is top notch. There is nobody that I know that works as much as I do. A lot of people work hard during their 8-hour job, and then they go home. But after my 8-hour job, I get to work and I work on my other shit. So I guess I can like be like a life coach where I'm like, hey, shut the fuck up, get to work, get a side hustle, because heaven forbid something happens tomorrow and London, John says, I'm done. Fuck it. Fuck this tuning shit. I'm done. I'm good. Like, there is a big, nice cushion that I can sit on, which is this stuff. So at least I can sit back and go, I'll be okay if shit goes downhill. I always have a spare tire, always have a backup. I would enter to win Donnie MTD2 and a 6R80 would be fun. The next thing you know, these YouTubers are going to give away and start pimping out their women on OnlyFans. What do you mean? That already happens. So there's a couple of you. I see you. I see you motherfuckers. I see you motherfuckers on Instagram following guys that pimp out their women to get notoriety and views on their Instagram. And I'm like, no, I'm not that much of a simp where I'm going to be like, oh yeah, look at your wife's ass. I can't wait to follow your page so I can still see your wife's ass. So what do you think I think of people that pimp their wife out to get views? No different than a girl that does OnlyFans. Like, I don't think anything more of a man that pimps out his woman for views than a woman that pimps herself out for OnlyFans. I'm like, nah, we're good. I see you guys. I see you in there. I see you liking it when it's just an ass in front of the camera. But it's like, oh no, these guys are badasses. They race. And if you think I'm talking about you, that's great, because there's like 10 of you. There's like 10, not my fans, 10 people that I know that pimp out their women to get views. So don't think I'm singling one of you out. There's like 10 of you motherfuckers. My toolbox is touching the wall. You're 100% right about that. Did you hear about the kid, the yellow belly that got hurt? Sucks to happen to the kid. You called it about what happened in Flying Drive Shaft. What? So was that it? So I received the message. on Facebook. Let me see if I could find it. A guy was like, hey, can you like reach out to this dude's GoFundMe? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And maybe it had to do with that. So let me see if I can find it. Yeah, some guy named Ethan. Okay. Some guy named Ethan hit me up. So this is what you were talking about. Damn, the post is fucked up. So what happened here? So let me see. Hey Theo, Ethan Dixon said, I'll show you. So just so you know, because I just heard about it from you, and it reminded me of a message I got. Hey Theo, I heard he was talking about yellow belly, but an incident happened to a 16-year-old kid where a drive shaft exploded and hit a kid in the face. It was bad, like skin hanging bad. When I saw the kid, his whole face was covered in gauze. He was gauze. Okay, he meant gauze. He was standing in the grandstands and still got hurt. I know you can help push for this kid's GoFundMe on YDBT Daily. Sucks to see the young ones get hurt in our sport. Hope the Amory comes through in full swing. And this is it right here. Dan Lee is with Hood to Hood Racing and says, crazy to know this young man GoFundMe ain't really moving compared to some others that we know. Now, none has even reached out to the family. Sickening. Do better. The young man that lost his eye at Yellow Belly sitting in the stands with his grandpa. Fuck, man, really? $6,650 raised. He's halfway to his goal. So, yeah. What's it say here? Cookies. Okay. So this guy was chilling, watching racing, and got hurt because a drive shaft exploded and ended up at busting his eye up. Look, you guys want to give to it? I'll put the link up in the chat because I don't know much about it, but nobody wants to see a kid get hurt. Oh shit, the link is too long. Fuck me. Anyway, well, hopefully you guys GoFundMe support Sir Kerry Williams after tragic injury. So, yeah, he told me to shout it out, and I was like, I don't know about this, but then you verified it. So yeah, I told you guys what I think about tracks like Yellow Belly, War in the Woods. I don't care. I'll catch that smoke. And I'm not saying him. He was in the grandstands. Drive shaft went flying, took his eye out. Not. But if you go to Yellow Belly, any track, and you stand anywhere near the track, you are literally putting your life in danger. You saw that Nitrous Backfire? That Nitrous Backfire that exploded. Did I actually show that? A bunch of you guys sent it to me on Instagram. But did I actually show yes, I did show the Nitrous Backfire where the hood came flying off and people were just looking at the car. I don't go to any of those tracks. And you know what? I have been really doing some self-reflecting as to what I want to do with my channel, what I want to do, my future in terms of this sport. I've already told you guys that I hate drag racing because 75% of drag racers are degenerate fuckfaces. 25% of them are engineers. Go watch Brian Loans' channel. Please go watch Brian Loans' channel. He goes into a deep dive as to the history of drag racing, some of the shenanigans in drag racing. And what you're going to find is the people that are attracted to competitive drag racing are mostly degenerate motherfuckers. And then engineers. There's really nothing in between. You know what I mean? And I'm like, wait a minute. Am I an engineer? No, fuck no. I'm not even that smart. Am I a degenerate fuckface? No, I'm a good person with a really good heart. And I just want to help everybody and give away stuff and prevent you from buying shit parts. This sport is not for me. So why would I care about it? Why would I support it? Every single time I watch racing on the popular racing channels, I think to myself, do I want to hang around those people? And then my father's voice is in the background. You are who you hang around with. I'm like, you're right. You're right, Dad. You're right. You are who you hang around with. So what do I want to do? I want to be a good person. I want to make a lot of money, and I want to help people, avoid mistakes and teach. Do I want to surround myself with people that stand next to a drive shaft at 9,000 RPMs and turbo wheels at 15,000 RPMs and say, these are my peers? Fuck no. Not just no. Fuck no. So that's why this channel is going to become more of a learning, building, swapping, rental. $300 rental. Get 10 licks in. Nobody's there. Just me in the car, and that's it. And get the fuck out of there. Not see anybody. Not be outside. Because why am I going to be outside? Those YouTubers love cucking. Wow. But Alex has great content. Did someone say pimp out their women? Boosted lifestyles. I'll stop it. I hear Florida's looking for a new #1 fishing charter. That's funny. We get $500,000 bonds for murderers and funding their house rentals and bonds and new cars, but this kid can't get money. Tragic. Sad to see. You did last show. Sad deal with that kid. I donated yesterday. No, I didn't. Can I get a link to see it? That shit was insane. Very true. Oh, just seen a video. Not sure which track it was, but a random dude walked in front of a car. Yellow belly. Tree dropped, and he had to wait. It was green because he was in the way. There was a bet. Degenerates. So let me see. X. Somebody sent this to me on X. I'll show you again. It was a Camaro. Nitrous solenoid got stuck open, and the thing blew up, and it almost killed the person. Like, it was wild. Okay, look at this. I couldn't get luckier. I paused it as this was happening. Just take a look at what's happening right here. Okay? OSHA would have a field day. You're telling me there's a 1,000 pressure, 1,100 or 1,000 PSI bottle in the trunk of this car. Yep. There's combustible fluids by the engine. Yep. And there's now basically what amounts to an industrial accident waiting to happen. Yep. Look at these guys all staring at it. Look at this. Let's watch it from the beginning. Volume warning. Volume warning. Volume warning. So there is there's a gene, or there's something in a person that maybe it's genetic that wants you to preserve yourself. You know what I mean? Like, I don't jump off of bridges. I don't bungee jump. I don't get in single engine airplanes with guys that have a license for less than 5 years. Fuck no. Fuck you. Hell, 20 years, 30 years. I'm not getting on that fucking plane because there is a self-preservation, reaction happening. None of these guys have that. You could have died. A bolt go through your neck. The concussion alone could have made you deaf. Look at that. Yeah. Go to Yellow Belly. Go to Yellow Belly and stand at the line. Go ahead. Shout out to you. You're so fucking smart. Hey, let's go to Yellow Belly and stand at the line. We're really clapped out cars. That's a great idea. Yellow Belly is a drag strip version of a takeover. He's talking about a different video, but the guy ran in front of a Fortune Camaro and the light went green, also at Yellow Belly. Someone can send me a link to that. People trust other people way too much standing at the track. Same goes for the dyno. The same as standing by a dyno in operation. Exactly. If you're, I saw it firsthand, where people are behind the roller by the tire staring at it. The tire is right here. The roller is right here. And they're just standing there looking at the dyno as I'm making 170 mile an hour rip. So what am I going to do? Hey, let me protect you because you don't know how to protect yourself. Please move out of the way. Nah, fuck it. That fucking tire blows up and slits your fucking neck. That's on you, bro. Iridium power. Don't forget how heavy that hood was, and it was all metal. Is that motherfucker in a wheelchair? Bro. Yes, sir. It was Yellow Belly, another red Camaro. People retarded. 2000 last year in Mexico. Someone jumped in front of a purple Camaro making a hit. That is the best way to put it. Blue Thunder 643. Yeah, that hood could have bodied somebody. We have Gang of Nobody starting at the starting line. Personality trait is what you meant. No, it's not a personality trait. It's a self-preservation gene. It's in you. And if you don't have it, you're at Yellow Belly at the line. Standing pass at the tree is crazy. Do insurance company not freak out on stuff like that? They're not signing waivers. Seems like their insurance would say this shit's got to stop. Bro drilled a hole for a fuel bun. So there are certain tracks that allow you to stand right next to the car. Why the fuck is that even allowed? I say in West Palm, Florida, and the only track I went to was in Tampa. Shit was nothing like that. Ultimate call-out diesel explosions are even worse. They launch pistons into the grandstands. Dude, there's even a scarier one. Where's the one where a guy is standing in front of a diesel truck? The diesel truck is about to make a hit. And if I'm not mistaken, this guy's wearing a helmet. Forget your arms, your neck, your head, right? And the intake explodes. The intake explodes. And I'm like the people that take a bottle and open it in front of a car, I'm like, you are so stupid. But you do it for clout. You do it because it gets views. You do it that there's a oh, look at this. Like, again, self-preservation is not a thing. And you know when that comes in, usually for those guys? When something bad almost happened. Like, guy's missing a digit, guy almost dies, and then they go, shit, I gotta stop doing that. And some people don't learn. They're just self-destructive. Never ever stand behind a car doing a burnout. Drag racing 101. I was at LS Fest when a guy who was raced a car broke and he was standing behind the car doing a burnout and the bolt shattered his femur. You sign waivers to enter the property, not at every track. Unlimited content for 1320 videos. Let me see if I can find the video of the diesel intake blows up on dyno. I think it was on Facebook and then it made its way on YouTube. But I think YouTube censors those videos, but Facebook really doesn't. But there has been massive explosions. Nitrous diesel rat rod blows head gaskets and breaks the dyno. No, this one was on Facebook. Maybe Corey or one of those guys can upload it on Facebook, because this guy was just standing right in front. And I'm like, yo, you crazy. Let me see. Yeah, thank you, Jose Angel Garza. Thank you so much. He put it up on Facebook. Thank you. Appreciate you. Let me see. Pause. Okay, so thank you. Appreciate you. Jose Angel Garza, shout out to you for putting it up on my Facebook. So again, volume warning. Who the fucking shit would do that? You mind blown that he would do that. Yeah, you could have got your wig pushed back, son. Let me look at it. Guys, look at his helmet. Just stare at his helmet. Bet me he got chunks of shit in his eyeballs. There is, and again, right? You guys wonder, how come Alex isn't outside? How come Alex isn't at the track? That's the shit that's out there, guys. That's the shit I want to avoid. Those are the people I want to avoid. I am not those people. I'm not going to be caught dead around these fucking people. Are you better than them? Yes. Yeah, I'm better than them. How about Steve Morris' car that blew the intake lid off and it flew like 100 yards? Should see the diesel dyno runaway. Crazy shit. Yep, that was the one I was talking about, says 50 Milo. No recognition of your own mortality is what I tell people that are dumb. There's a direct correlation between self-preservation or lack of self-preservation and intelligence. General Flores, and another thing that people should ask themselves is before they get into racing, do I need this unnecessary stress in my life? What would, okay. Has anybody become filthy rich from racing? Go ahead. Exclude NHRA guys. Has anybody in the history of the world become filthy rich from racing? Not just no, but fuck no. So I would love to be filthy rich. Do filthy rich people drag race? Not just no, or I'm sorry, do people become filthy rich from drag racing? Not just no, fuck no. Oh, you're just a gay. Okay, cool. Gotcha. You're just a pussy. Fight me then. I'm such a pussy. Oh, you don't want to do that? You want to race me? You want to settle this by racing me? That's stupid. Thought that was bro's head. Yeah, he probably got his wig pushed back. Let me put on this helmet. I'm safe, right? Arms fly off. His mind was definitely blown. Thank you, says Jose Garza. Thank you, sir. Thank you. He got hit. There was a tuner whose shit caught on fire and he ran his cell phone instead of an extinguisher. Oh my God. Oh, my car's on fire. Oh shit. My car's on fire. What am I going to do? Let me get my fire extinguisher. My car's on fire. Those are my peers? Those are the people I want to be compared to? Fuck no. Fuck no. I have a phobia of the car falling off the lift when I'm standing under it and seen too many videos. Same here. Search Master Shredder Explosion. No. John Force. I said excluding NHRA. But again, the dude has been around since like the freaking late 70s, early 80s. It looked like it split his helmet when I zoomed in. People get rich off of their personality or creating a product from a racing experience. No one gets rich racing. Exactly. Nobody gets rich racing. So I want to get rich. I'd love to. Look, like you guys have no idea how awesome it would be, not only for me, but everyone around me. If I got rich, everyone would make it. Everyone would get cool shit. Y'all would get giveaways. Every single one of y'all will get fucking cars. Whatever the fuck I can give you guys. I want to make your guys' life better. Because my life is better. Right now, I feel like I owe you guys everything. Because you guys have made a certain lifestyle happen, even though people make fun. But you don't understand. I try to give back the way possible. The Patreon is so that I can be available 24/7. How many times have you messaged me at midnight on Patreon and gotten a reply? So, if I make it, everybody makes it. They do the grabbing Gatorade, potato with legs. If Alex was rich, Tony would have big for days. Tony would have at least a partner. Because right now, I don't want to deal with another dog. Fuck all that. Patrick says, my mom would always say, a hard head makes a soft ass. Being bored is safe. That's a rap song. That's a rap song. What's your mom quoting rap songs for? That's a ludicrous line. What are you talking about? My mom would always say a hard head make an ass soft. That's a ludicrous line. Let me see. Ludicrous hard head ass soft. Let me see. 1 Minute Man. Let me see. Ooh, I don't want you to kiss tonight. It was ludicrous in 1 Minute Man, I think. Where is it? It was like a hard head make an ass soft. Let me see. There's a chance to take my break me off tonight. I'm looking for it now because I'm like, your mom didn't say that. Ludacris said that in a rap song. Hard head makes ass soft. Oh fuck. Let me see. Say the hard head is a colloquial way. The saying a hard head makes a soft ass is a colloquial way of. Oh, what the hell did I just see? Okay, forget it. But I think that was I heard that in a rap song. What the fuck are you talking about? Oh shit. Alex should change his name to Coyote Lifestyle. Alexi, what's up, Alexi? Look at what Dale Earnhardt did with merchandising. That's where he made his money. Those diesels always blow up because they push over 100 pounds of boost and nitrous. Stop going to gun range due to many accidents. Stupidity is everywhere. He was made to a ludicrous song. 11 p.m. You responded to me, says Car Guy Mike. If you're going to be dumb, better be tough. That's the song. Now, Alex, he's right. That's always been a saying in the black community. Oh, my bad. Hell, I didn't even know it was a line. But wait, when did the black community start saying that? After Ludacris? This guy's on fire. Click like, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell, says Joseph Lacey. Not only would they not get the super rich from racing, but they'll focus on the car rather than themselves. I can see divorces happening the moment a guy goes into that hyper focal point of racing. If you value your family, have kids, don't get into racing. Because what happens? You hyper focus into racing. You stop fucking your wife. She starts fucking Chad. Y se acabó el party. How many times have I seen it? Tons of times. So if you want no divorce, like women, look, if you want to start a family, racing should never be in your wheelhouse. You know, one of the craziest things, I'm about to go there. Fuck it. You are a complete psychopath if you introduced your child to drag racing at a young age. Why would you introduce your child into something that is surrounded by weirdos, 75% degenerates, and you're basically living your life through that child. I've seen those electric Power Wheel racing, and I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Does your child want to do this? Or do you want to do this so that you can beat your friend's child through, like, it's like baseball dads, football dads, hockey dads. My son better make it. And the parents are psychotic when it comes to their kids and living their life out through their child. So when I see a parent, Shari, introduce a child, of course he's going to want to do it. He wants to hang out with you. Steer that child in the right direction. Nope, let's get him into drag racing. Goofy. Fucking goofy. Whatever. It's your kid. Do whatever the fuck you want. But when that kid's a fucking degenerate, don't wonder why. You introduced him to drag racing at a young age. I got into drag racing myself. And then I was like, in my 20s, spending money on a car. And I'm like, I'm not making any money with doing this. I was always curious if there's like really big bucks with Lund tuning and that Lund does on average. I was always curious, is there like really big bucks with the tuning that Lund does, or is it average business? Oh no, it's big money. They make good money. I'm 54. My mom said the same thing to me when I was 9 years old, saying that it's been around for decades. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so what about racing that gets you exposure to build wealth? Not saying I disagree, but isn't it technically racing that made you rich? Racing didn't make me rich. When did racing make me rich? Me building a car to go fast made me rich? No. What? No. Another thing is 21 and it's simple. Just work, gym, have a good sleep schedule. It was a little delay from the 11 p.m., but I might have interrupted you because you might have had your hand in your pants. Oh, I always have my hand in my pants. That's why I introduced him to motorcycles. Racing through your kid. Racing through your kid is the weirdest. I see it all the time. Parents making their kid drag race, almost killing them in 50 kilowatt fucking Power Wheels. Stupid. You're 100% correct, Alex. 7-year-old child drag racing in Florida. 7-year-old child drag racing in Florida a couple of months ago. They say he died doing what he loved. Such a shame. Look, if somebody passed away, I'm not going to speak on it. I'm just going to say that I've seen those Power Wheel things and parents are like forcing their kid. Well, that's what Timmy wanted to do. No shit. He wants to hang out with you. So if you go, let's build you a race car, Timmy, he's like, okay, Dad. But if you were to say, let's throw the football, Timmy, he'd throw the football. Let's play hockey, Timmy, he'd play hockey. Let's hit the baseball, he'd play golf, whatever. Fishing, anything. But no, you get him into a sport that is full of retards and degenerates. I'm so happy I don't have a kid. I am like ecstatic because I don't have to worry about that shit. I feel like your kid having a hobby or something to do versus being all in cell phone 15 hours a day is better off. Oh, yeah, okay. I would rather a kid become a modern day video gamer, professional video gamer, than to do drag racing. By far. By far. People, look. So, say what you want about people that get into video games and bullshit and they're, okay, say they're weak-armed and, okay, cool. A person that plays video games a lot probably has great reaction time. Their brain is always working because it's a strategy, right? You're always thinking about something. And I think there's been a study that surgeons, let me look it up. Study about surgeons and video games. Surgeons and video games. Look at that. It just came right up. Look at that. Look at that. Gotta love it. Here we go. So you make fun of me, but there is actual studies. AI overview. Surgeons who enjoy playing video games, especially for more than 3 hours a week, may exhibit higher levels of surgical skill compared to their non-gaming counterparts. Studies suggest that gaming can enhance hand-eye coordination, reaction time, and spatial visualization, which are crucial for surgical procedures. Some research indicates that surgeons who game may make fewer errors, complete procedures faster, and score higher on surgical skill tests. Potential benefits. Video gameplay can enhance skills like hand-eye coordination, reaction time, and spatial reasoning, which are beneficial to surgical settings. Surgical performance. So I would rather a child get into fucking gaming than drag racing by far. Why do I like racing? I like racing because I stupidly got into it early. But I am now realizing in my 40s that I'm like, I don't want to drag race. I want to do street shit by myself. It's me against me. How fast can I build a car? How fast and reliable? I want to have a vision and bring it to fruition. I don't care about comparing myself to anyone else. It's all about me versus me. It's me versus me. I don't care about racing anybody else. They're not my competition. I'm my competition, and I'm harder on myself than anybody. Lunch sauce for my wings. Gotcha. Demonic work. Bro's betting on his kid. Lunch should make their own lunch sauce like hot sauce. No, they're not. Stop it. The couch no longer touched the walls, peasants. He's up now. Nah, fuck that. I'm trying to be the next Dale Earnhardt. A long time ago, there was a show called That's Incredible. Parents watching their kid, watching their 10-year-old kid die in TV skydiving. What? A long time ago, there was a show called That's Incredible. Parents watch their 10-year-old kid die live TV skydiving. Little girl in Florida was racing a little junior dragster. Didn't you say you played minor league baseball? Not minor league. I played baseball, not minor league. I wish I got to the minor leagues. I played high-level baseball until I was 32 years old. And then I came to the realization, this isn't for me, right? You're never going to make it a profession. It's not fun anymore. I am way too competitive to lose every day. I don't like going 4 for 4 with 2 doubles, 4 stolen bases to lose 10-2. I'm like, this is the stupidest thing I've ever done because I am not a team player. You understand? I am not a team player. I excel in individual performance. That's what I do best. I fucks with me and me only. And that's when I do best. And what I work for Lund because I'm here by myself, hammering away tunes. You put me in a team environment, I am useless in a team environment. Why? Because when I see a weak link, I'm like, man, fuck that guy. But I'm here by myself. Give me a big old list. Hammer away. How good am I at my job? Ask them how good am I at my job. My list starts at 60. It ends at 0 by noontime. Right? You put me in a team environment where I know there's fucking slackers and I'm killing it. I'm going to be like, fuck these people. That's why to me, just building my own cars and racing myself in terms of time is good. And I have an audience. I have an audience that likes seeing me build stuff, teach you what I found out. And I get paid to, tell you something I know. But put me in a team environment, I'm done. I check the fuck out. I am not a team player. Some gamers are super smart too, like the type that don't study or ace and ace every exam. It's 10 o'clock. Do you know where your kids are? Shit makes my chest hurt every time I see the price of a 4090 Butcher CS, whatever. Surgeons that play Street Fighter can kick surgeons' ass that don't ask in the doctor's lounge. Okay. I'm exactly the same way. I don't want to race anyone. I just want to have fun by myself. Same here. The more I raced, the more I wanted to be by myself. The more I went to TX2K, the more I wanted to. No offense to you guys. It's just the racing community is just absolute shit. You know what I was used to in the 90s? I know, I'm old. What's up, man? What'd you do to your car? I put some gears in it, and I put some Lakewood slapper bars, and I put a bigger carburetor in it. What'd you do? Put a cam in it and sticky tires. Want to race? Sure. Race. 4 times, 5 times. We split it, or he beat me 4-0. See you next week. Then I go out, build it up a little more. What'd you do to your car? Tells me straight up what he did. Let's race again. And then I beat him. And then we go back and forth. Fun. Now, motherfuckers slap draggies on your car before your race. Oh shit, that guy's going 550 in the 8th. All right, let's hustle him because we can go 520. But let's ask for a car, And I'm like, what is this? I don't know what the hell happened. So if your friend asks you to race him, you just won't? No, I'd race my friends, but I have one friend. It's Jake. Play pickleball. Fuck pickleball. How was that team environment at VMP? Joe is legit. That's all I gotta say. I've been in a few team working jobs and it's demoralizing getting paid the same, but getting paid the same as butt Jimmy. F that. Got my CDL. Couldn't be happier. Chat display is frozen. Oh, sorry. My bad. Thank you. Appreciate that. So what happened was I had to re-up the deal. Appreciate you. I had to re-up the deal. Everyone is trying to get that kill clip for Instagram. Why not live stream while you're working? I feel like that'll get a lot of traction if you're streaming for long duration. You want me to stream for 8 hours? No, I'm not psychotic. As a young guy with this type of stuff, 23, I had a love for racing when I was younger, even though my parents had no part into liking cars. Hopefully my future kid likes based of finding stuff about it. Give your kid a proper shot at life and get him away from racing. Alex, do you have a rough estimate of how much it would cost you to put Donnie into the deep nines? Gaming PC and streaming equipment would be like a fifth of that. Okay, $20,000 car, Donnie. $6,000 or $7,000 supercharger base kit. Then you upgrade it. So you upgrade the intake, you upgrade the throttle body, and you upgrade the pulley. That's going to be $2,000. $1,500. Then you get a fuel system, $2,200. Then you get injectors, $1,300, maybe $1,400. Built bottom end, $8,000 to $12,000. Let's say you keep your stock heads. Built transmission, $8,000. Suspension, drive shaft was $1,400. Suspension, $700. Wheels, tires, $2,500. You're probably, how much is a badass gaming computer? $5,000? With a big, beautiful monitor, all the bells and whistles, everything. $5,000? People are so boring. They all want money on the line for their shit boxes. Jake J says, that's the kind of shit I like doing with my friends. Draggy racing is just a bad dyno racing. The shit started with Pinks. Give me 10 cars. Bullshit. Draggy is bench racing in video form. What up, Alex? You've convinced me to sell my 21 Gentry Ripple GT. Sadly, it's a 10-hour with 10,000 miles. This will be my last summer, and then I'll be on the hunt for something else. Good. You will love getting anything Gen 2 if you go that route. A high-performing gaming PC is like $5,000 max. Genuine question, have you ever messed up tuning? Knew we're here, just curious, I like stories. So, messed up implies that I completely fucked something up and caused an engine failure. No. Maybe I sent an E85 tune for a pump gas car, but I never say go watt. I always say idle slow revs. Your car's not going to get hurt idle slow revs. Let's say if I sent you a pump gas tune for your E85 car, and there's E85 in the tank, and then I get the logs back, and they're like, shit, there's 40% off. I go back in the tune, and I go, I fucked up. Your car's not hurt. You did idle and slow revs. I would never ask for wide open throttle logs on base stuff like that. So then I go, load this tune, and then, okay, fuel trims are back where they need to be. Any codes? The car's acting weird? No, car's acting fine. Okay, go do a watt hit. So I've never on purpose, or I've never messed up, or I've never caused an issue. I am very meticulous in what I do. I ask you for idle and slow revs probably too many times, but I do that so that I verify what's going on in your car. I had a gentleman, I'll give you an example. Yesterday, we finish up pump gas tuning. He has a return fuel system. Okay, so then this is what I ask. Are we ready for E85? And I'm waiting for them to go yes. And then my instructions come later. But then that was late in the day. So I wake up today and he has, hey, I went and got E85. And I'm like, I didn't ask you to put E85 in it. But I drove it home easy and didn't do anything. I uploaded a log. So then I go back to the whole ticket. I go, I never asked him to put E85 in the tank. I said, are you ready for E85? And he said, yes. So the next day I would have said, get 5 gallon, fill up with E85, get this tune in there. And once it's burning, tested, and verified E85, get me idle and slow rev logs. No, he went and got it on pump gas tune, drove home lean. I'm like, dude, if you fucked it up, because nowhere in this ticket did I say put E85 in it. Here's a tune. Luckily, the car was good. I said, everything feel okay? No codes. And then we kept on tuning. So ain't no way I purposely or was responsible directly for blowing somebody's shit up in 10 years of tuning? No, that has not happened. Baller PC is probably $5,000, $8,000 for the whole setup. FTAT3 monitors, that should be your next business expense. Buy a Billy Badass pre-built PC for the stream. That's what I need. This one's fine, but I need something Billy Badass, but that's big money. One of the most expensive PC builds I've seen was $10,000 to $15,000. Yep, I'd rather raise gaming kid. Me too. Look, I'd rather raise a kid that goes to the gym and likes being fit and likes doing maybe play. You want to play baseball and you have a talent for baseball? Here's a bat, here's a glove, go play. But I'm not going to make him play baseball. I'm not going to make him play football. I'm not going to build him a drag car. Fuck that. Sancho Plumbing Services. Video card and monitor will be the most expensive, maybe $5,000, but that's overkill. Dropping a like, catch replay in the morning. I was watching one of your old videos where you were tuning a guy in nitrous and told him to do a log with no nitrous, and he gave it a 150 shot and blew it up. Exactly. Nitrous tuning is the bane of my existence. I did a tune recently for a guy with a Gen 1. This is the way I do it. Just so you know how I fuck with nitrous stuff. I go, we dial it in NA. NA is beautiful. Okay, now take this tune, put it in the car, and give me a wide open throttle hit with no nitrous. And I put no nitrous in capital, letters, like big. No nitrous. 3,000 to 5,000. 3,000 to 5,000. I got to look at AFR. I got to look at fuel trims, and I got to look at Spark. If Spark, AFR, fuel trims are where I like them to be, I then say the following. Same tune. Do a nitrous hit the following way. Start the pull at 3,500. Activate the nitrous at 4,000. Turn the nitrous off at 7,000. End the pull at 7,500. Why? So that at 3,500, when he went watt, I see what happens at 4,000 when he hit it. I don't want him to go watt and nitrous is active the moment he goes watt. I want a 500 RPM window so then I see what fueling is doing. And what should happen is a very slight lean condition when the nitrous is activated, and then it comes back down and trims fuel perfectly if your jetting is proper. Then it should maybe go slightly lean when the nitrous is off, then you let off. And I'm like, okay, that is the nitrous working properly. So if he hits it, if he gives it a nitrous hit without me verifying fueling, party's over. So I have a gentleman right now where we dialed in nitrous on pump gas, no problem. Then he goes, okay, I want to dial it in on the 85. Okay, so that means you're going to have to change the jets. Yeah, I got the jets. Okay, now it's rich as shit. No matter what we do. Again, I have no control of the nitrous. All I do is control the spark. Fuel's dialed in, spark and AFR. And it's going full fat when he does E85 nitrous. I go, it looks like it's not injecting fuel. It looks like it's just, it looks like it's no nitrous. It looks like it's just fuel. And I'm like, just go back and use the pump gas version if that one was fine. I hate tuning nitrous cars. Why? Because it's 100% on the customer, not on the tuner. Back in 2014, MTD2 back in a 14 MTD2. You're so right. The tranny ratios make it so much more fun than my 21 was. 11 to 17 MTD2 gear ratios are goated. 21, 18 and up are shit. Alex, nothing on LRX for S550 GT500, right? Nothing yet, no. My computer total right now cost me $3,900 for all the parts, and he put a bunch of numbers that I don't understand. I can't say this enough to everyone. Listen to your tuner. Would end up like a German. That guy says motor. Okay, did not survive the test. Hey, Alex, it's, I just 5.2 Illuminator swapped my S197. I don't have the fuel system for yet, but I'm looking forward for you guys to help me start up this. I should have everything ready by the fall. How the fuck are you going to have an S197 with a 5.2 Illuminator? How's that going to happen? Like a XS, like a 5.2 XS with GT350 heads? I don't know how that's going to work. I remember a year or two ago, I overheard a conversation where supposedly Lund sent them a blank file with no tune. I call bullshit, 100% bullshit. Blank file. Yeah, I was racing. I like racing my friends and family. Other than that, building cars with my kids. Used to be with my friends, but we don't hang out too much anymore. It's just part of life. I don't hang with Jake anymore. Slowly but surely, Jake and I probably won't hang out like a lot. Probably like 5 times a year. It's just life. He moved away. He is in Jupiter and he works in Stewart. I never see him. So I'm like, I'll see him when I see him, you know? Alex, I can build you a Billy Badass PC parts list. Yeah, I'm good. Not big on Not a big fan of nitrous. If I want instant power, I get Roots blower. Spending all that money on a new car, I might as well get a blower. Yeah, people act like building a PC is hard for some crazy complexity. Easiest thing to do is a 10-year-old could do it. Reading comprehension has definitely blown up more engines than certain tuners. Junior kind of called that dude out on Facebook too. He was just trying to look for solutions. You know, I don't fault him for looking for solutions, but it's none of my doing. When you have a nitrous kit, everything is up to you. The hardest thing is getting the anxiety to do the first boot up. Got it. I saw the post you made on Facebook asking John Lund about it on the page. Yeah, the XS. Good luck with that. How the fuck is an XS going to work on an S197? Cams and all that stuff. How is the cam sensor going to work? They're different cam sensors. Different. You're in for a world of hurt. Unless you swap the cams to Gen 1. I don't even think they'll hook up to the proper connector. When tuning becomes available for the 2004 F-150, will they be able to run the 85 on stock fuel system NA? Yeah, I think so. I was looking and shopping around for the gauge screen, and the SCT Livewire seems cool, but kind of expensive. I want to monitor fuel trims and shit. Thoughts? If you want to... Look, guys. Let me see. Let me find... You guys want to monitor shit live? Hold on. Okay. Guys, if I'm not mistaken, there's a torque. If I'm not mistaken, you can monitor shit with like your app on your phone with like this thing called the torque app. I think you can monitor a bunch of shit on the torque application. Yeah, I had this.
Unit 2. So I'm gonna display. So name it.
I literally had this.
Dash. I can just take a glance.
I literally had this. There's a torque app. It's a little OBD2 thing. It hooks up to your phone, and you could read live data. Now, I don't think you could data log and all that stuff, but if you want to see like gauges and read live data and coolant and trans temps and RPMs and all that shit, it pops up on your phone like that, bro. And if you have a dash situation, look at that.
And then the coolant and transmission temperatures.
And you have like infinite selectable gauges. You know, I might do a video on it because a lot of you guys, for some reason, want to stare down gauges. The torque app is like super cheap, and the OBD2 connector is like nothing. Does Jake have kids? Yeah, he has 2 kids that are now getting to that age of like, you know, going to gymnastics and baseball. And I'm like, see you later. There goes that. See you later. Aside from SCT, Live Link, any way you can recommend looking at logs when using RTD? I honestly just send it to your tuner. I love you. Just send it to your tuner. Because you have to know how the cake is baked before you look at how the logs, you know, what it's spitting out. Well, ain't this some shit? Speaking of the Nissan 5.6, John Rogers with a camo stick shift, who cares? PCM swap sensor, I have the time. I will say, if nobody else will, nitrous is shit. My father taught me a long time ago to stay away from it. Make It Faster says, Torque Pro is one of the few Android apps I've actually paid for. Handy software. Ooh, damn. Get a burner phone and iPad and run it. Not a bad idea. How long does it take for your computer to render a video for YouTube? A 15-minute 60p video. You know, high resolution, probably 10 minutes. Not long. Can the LRX read inferred boost pressure? No. Load. Air load. Alex, we know New Balance are the most comfortable sneakers, but you put those Ford Shelby sneakers in the background. I should. I had the torque app for my Chevy SS, was able to read ethanol percentage as well. I'm going to probably do that just as a video because I'm like, look, guys, you can read. If you want to read shit live, you don't need a tuner to do it. You can do it on your phone with this torque app. So I'll do that just to show you fuel trims and stuff so you guys can be like, whoa. And I do have a burner phone, so I should probably put it on the burner phone. I have that shitty Android burner phone. Or I'll just buy one and put it up there, or like a little iPad or something. I could probably do that, like a fucking iPad in the center of the dash, and you'd be like, holy shit, you can monitor shit live? Yes. In my opinion, your tuner should load and log. That's it. Your tuner should load and log. You shouldn't have to look at shit. Because unless you know how the cake is baked, you're going to be lost anyway. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you very much for hanging out with me for a little bit. Today, we talked about degenerate drag racers. We talked about yet another Ford recall. We talked about not getting your kids into an activity that's going to make them poor and degenerates for life. And then we finished it up talking about monitoring your stuff using a phone application. I'll try to do video stuff like that. Again, this channel is merging more to like a Coyote Swap learning channel. I wasn't really big into racing. You didn't see me at tracks anyway. You're just learning about what I'm doing on the street. Now, I do have a 2.7 pulley coming for the GT500. I did 60 to 130 with it. A lot of people are like, that's slow for a 60 to 130 and 6.7. That's slow for a Coyote, a low compression Coyote on 12 pounds. I suspect with the 3.5 upper pulley. I thought that was amazing because it's just as quick as an ESS 120 millimeter car with high compression and race gas. So I'm like, okay, you guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about. So a 2.7 pulley is probably going to bring me up like 5 or 6 more pounds of boost, which should be another 150, 200 horsepower or so. So that'll be interesting to see how the GT500 reacts. We'll get that sucker way into the 5s, hopefully, if it hooks. If not, I got a set of drag slicks, and we'll do some 60 to 130 stuff with it, hopefully this weekend. And I got an Illuminator to put together. I got a Gen 2 motor to put together, so I have a bunch of stuff happening. I want to get an engine stand and run it on the engine stand. I want to do cool shit like that, just to learn more about assembling these motors, checking out the cam timing, locking cams for carbureted applications, or VCT. So I got to talk to Field Tech about if they have a VCT controller, and if they don't, I'll just talk to them about getting the 550 coming so I can put it on the stand and actually start assembling motors for my projects personally, because I have 2 motors that I got to put together, and I'll just, run some exhaust setups and stuff like that. I have headers laying around. I have a bunch of parts laying around that I can actually put a test stand together, and I think it'd be pretty cool to show you guys that process. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Sunday. Peasant Chat. We'll talk to poor people. We'll hang out then, talk a little shit. Hit me up on Patreon if you want 24/7 access to me and access to all of the chats and a lot of like-minded people. Over 500 people on the Patreon, that get in there all the time and talk a little shit. Investigative reporting. Slow 99 is in there looking up people that are getting sued and shit. Good stuff. Good time. So check it all out. And again, as always, you can buy some shirts at Rich Prince, Dana High Performance, PMAS, Parts Farm, 2 Auto Solution, and Belloc are people that support me, so support them, and that would be the best way to go about it. I'm out of here. I'll see you guys on Sunday morning for the Peasant Chat. See you later.